Hi amazing people, I wish that you're very happy, absolutely fine and enjoying your life as well, and I welcome you on our YouTube channel Speak English, French and German. And in today's video I'm going to teach you French language, because if you are planning to go to France, Canada, Luxembourg, Belgium and Switzerland, in any French speaking country for any purpose, for example like to study there, for doing a job there, to start your own company in future, and also to apply for a spouse visa for your husband and wife, and also to practice as a doctor, and even to get the PR of Canada and France, I think it is absolutely paramount for you to learn French language before going there to achieve all your future goals. And I'm here, I'm an expert in French language, and I have been to all these French speaking countries, and now I want to teach you French language to help you to achieve all your future goals. So now, without wasting further time, let's learn French language. So now in today's French lesson, I'm going to talk about the format of French A1 Delf exam, because whenever you are learning French language, I think it's your ultimate goal to give this exam and score higher marks, and then prove to the world that you have learned French language. So I want to make sure that today I can really fix everything into your mind about all the sections, how much time do you have and how many marks you can score. So I will cover all the things, so you have to be very attentive to make sure that you understand everything, so that you can accordingly prepare yourself for this exam, and then you can score higher marks. So now, without wasting further time, let's jump onto the format of this Delf French A1 exam. First of all, let me share with you some important points which you have to keep in mind. When you give this exam, we have 4 sections, so each section carries 25 marks. The threshold is 5 marks. That means you at least have to score 5 marks in each section. That's very important. And now, if you want to successfully pass this exam, then you will have to obtain 50 marks out of 100, because each carries 25, so if you add, then you will get 100 marks. So you have to make sure that if you are good at reading, you get 20 here and you get 10 here, 10 and 10. That's how you can obtain 50 marks, and that's how you can easily pass this exam. So this is something you have to keep in mind before giving this exam, so that you can thoroughly prepare yourself. 25 marks each, and 5 mark is a threshold, and you have to score 50 marks total out of 100 to pass this exam. But as I will teach you perfectly, so you can expect higher marks in every section, so don't worry. So that was the thing I just wanted to share with you to make sure that you understand thoroughly. So now let's focus on to the first section, and it is listening, 20 minutes. And in French language you will always find this comprehension de l'oral. So here you will have 4 parts. First part, here you can see the monologue. So whenever we talk about monologue, there will be always one person. He or she will talk about one subject and continuously, and you really have to be attentive to make sure that you grasp all the info he or she is giving in the monologue. So that's what you have to keep in mind. For example, when you have this first part, for example, one train is coming, so he will talk about that the train is coming from Paris to Berlin, so at what time, and he will also talk about this will go to this platform, and that this will leave from Berlin to other city. So you really have to pay attention that what he's talking about. So you will get the question like at what time this train is coming, at what time the train is leaving, and where exactly the train is going. So just these are the questions could be asked from you. So you have to be very focused whenever you hear this monologue, because he will talk about so many things, so you might forget like what he is talking about. So you really have to be attentive. That will be a very like 15 seconds or 20 seconds monologue, so you really have to be attentive. So this will happen in the part 1. And now let's talk about the part 2, and again you will have monologue. Again, there will be one person who will talk about, like, for example, he will invite a friend for a dinner tomorrow maybe. So he will talk about a lot of things like we can meet tomorrow. The restaurant name he will talk about at what time, and you have to bring your friends also. I have written here, you're coming alone or with your friends. If you have any problem, call me. So he will give the phone number. So in the question you will have the questions like, what is the restaurant name he talked about in the monologue, and are you coming alone with your friends? So you really have to again pay attention, and then you have to write the right answer. And now let's talk about the part 3, because here you will have a conversation. So what exactly happens here? For example, like there will be 6 different pictures, like for example about music, painting, sports, someone is jogging, someone is taking picture. So what will happen? There will be a conversation between 2 people. So they will talk about these pictures, and then you have to identify that, okay, they are talking about this picture. For example, they're talking about that the painting he is making, it's absolutely fantastic. I think we should give him money for that. So now you can understand that in the conversation they talked about the painting. So that's how you have to find the right paintings. And if they're not talking about that painting, so you have to leave that. But in 6 pictures you have to find 5 pictures. So that's how you can score 10 marks, because each picture will carry 2 marks. It depends, like sometimes you can have a 5 picture, sometimes you can have a 6 picture, but yeah, for sure there will be pictures. So that's how you can pick. You have to hear the conversation, and then you can pick the right picture, and that's how you can score good marks. And now let's talk about the part 4. Again, this will be a conversation, but I want to give you example what can happen here. So for example, there will be one person call someone to know what is in menu today. That means someone is calling, you don't know who is who. So there will be 4 options, like 1, A will be bar, then station, then restaurant and school. So now it's up to you to figure out if they're talking about like menu, so it belongs here, restaurant. So you have to disregard all other options. So that's how that will happen. Next option, next example, like someone calls for train confirmation today, so he gets discount. For example, when he makes a call and ask about the train, so other person says that now today you can get the discount. So if you get the discount, so there will be options like on ticket price and also other options. So you need to figure out, okay, if someone is getting discount, that means that will be on the ticket. So you have to choose the ticket option. So that's how you really have to understand what is talking about, who is talking what. So that's how you can easily do this task also, and you can score 4-5 marks out of 5 marks. So I think everything is piece of cake. You just have to figure out that you understand the conversation, the monologue. You have to increase your listening power. But don't worry, I am here because I will make separate videos to make sure that you can increase your listening power, and you can really score like 25 out of 25. So I hope you understood this section. And now let's talk about the next section, and that is reading section. And in French language, when you will give this exam, so you will find this word compréhension des écrits. You will find in French word, and in English language you can say reading section, and you will get 30 minutes time. So again, there will be 4 parts, and I have given example to make sure that you can easily understand what type of question you can get in reading section. So you have to first keep in mind that it's a reading task. That means you have to read and you have to find the right answer. So let's talk about the part 1. For example, there will be a job advertisement and someone is looking for a babysitter, and the advertisement will be of 50 words. So what will happen? There will be a lot of things in text. So you will have a question like which day come, must have vehicle, C salary, and D phone number, call number. So in text there will be a person who is looking for a babysitter. So that person will say we need a babysitter, we need someone who has experience, who has a car, any vehicle, so that they can reach on time, and you have to only come on weekdays. And also if you're interested, so you can call us. So everything will be given. You just have to read, understand the meaning, and then choose the right answer. So as I'm telling you that you have to increase your reading power, you have to read a lot and understand the meaning. So that will be part 1. Now let's talk about the part 2. An example I'm giving here is library information. So what happens, you know that there is a library, so it again there will be like text of 50 words, then you have to read and understand what is written there. So for example, in library information there will be given like that it has 3 floors, and in the first section you can find the children's book, and again then you find for the books for senior person, like for music, everything, and also opening hours of library, closing hours you can call, and what is the way to enter to go to 2nd floor, 3rd floor. So that's how information will be given, and accordingly you will find the same question like opening or closing time, way to go on 4th floor, and see question could be 1st floor for children, it has cafeteria or not. So you have to read and you have to make sure that you understand if a question is talking about it has cafeteria, and if you read the text, if you don't find cafeteria word, so that means there is no cafeteria. So that's how you have to find the right answer. I hope it makes sense, but don't worry, I will make separate videos, so that's how you can easily understand. I want to make sure that today you understand the gist of the format, what type of question you can face in your exam. So don't worry. Now let's talk about the part 3. Again, it's a very interesting one. So what will happen? There will be 5 small separate job announcements for workers. Keep in mind. So there will be like 2 lines for the announcement for the job, and again one announcement will be talking about like we need nurse, somebody will say we need waiter. Again there will be a question similarly, so you have to read the question. Okay, need waiter. So you have to find among 5 announcements which one is talking about the waiter or accountant, and accordingly then you have to choose the right answer. That will be again very simple, but the problem is that if you don't know the meaning, then you will make a mistake. So that's what I'm emphasizing more on, that then just make sure that you understand the meaning, because here is the meaning game works a lot. So now let's talk about the part 4. Here it's somehow tricky one. Again very simple. There will be one university website and it updates weekdays, city events, because it happens whenever you study in a broad university, so you will have all the updates on the university website. So there will be a lot of things that if you wake up in the morning, so you can go to park, and again there is a carnival on Sunday at morning, then again in the evening you will have opera, and also afternoon there is a sport game. So there are a lot of things will be given, and accordingly you will find the questions. For example, when carnival starts, so you have to read the university website, and then you will find okay what is the time they have given, and then again which sport is being played on that day. So maybe there is a football game is going on, so again you have to find answer. And in the evening the updates will be talking about like there is one restaurant and it will give discount if you go there. So again there will be a question that where we can go for eating, where we can have a buffet with discount price. So that's how you have to find all the information. So you will be getting all the text, and there will be questions related to the text, and then you have to find the right answer. I think everything is a piece of cake. It's just you have to practice, and I will make sure that in my following videos I can make you prepare for this section. Don't worry. So I hope you understood everything about this reading section. And now let's talk about the writing section, and it has 30 minutes, and in French language you can read here production écrite. So in this section they just want to figure out that how good you are at writing. So whenever you write, you have to make sure that you are using right tenses, right vocabulary, and everything you have to write in a present tense, because it's an A1 exam. And everything will be piece of cake, but you really have to prepare well. You have to practice a lot. So what will happen here, there will be 2 parts. For example, first part, you will have to make sure, I just want to give you an example. You are supposed to travel to Paris, and then again you will stay in one hotel. So whenever you go to any hotel, they will give you one form to fill. So there will be a lot of details like your name, your date of birth, your nationality, your phone number, your address, and everything like that. So your postcode, so it's all about you. So you have to make sure that you can write your name in French language. You can read and understand what information they want, and accordingly you have to fill that form with your name, your date of birth, your nationality. So you have to write everything perfect, and this is something very, very easy because you can easily write, because it's all about you. You have to write about yourself. So that's how you have to make sure that you can fill the right information, and this is very easy one. Now let's talk about the part 2. Here you really have to make sure that you understand the question, because this is very important. So there will be any kind of situation they will create, so they want to make sure that you write on that situation. I have given 2 examples. For example, write a letter with 40 to 50 words. For example, write a letter to your friend and invite him to your country and explain what activities you will do together. For example, will you go to other country to see beautiful places, or you will play some games, how you want to use your time and days. So that will be the kind of question you can get. So you have to make sure that you can write all your thoughts, all the things within 40 to 50 words. So that's your task, to make sure that you can write everything perfect. And one more example, for instance, like you are going to new city because you have got the new job, or you want to study there in university. So if you go to new place, so you have to write a letter again your friend, and you have to explain how's your new job or study, what are you up to, and what are the new things you have noticed. And also you have to ask your friend that tell yourself about, so that I can understand that, okay, within 1 month what changes have come in your life as well, how's going everything from your side as well. So that will be the question. So again, you have to write in 40 to 50 words. I'm just exaggerating more, but the small thing you have to keep in mind is that you have to explain what you will do, and what exactly you are up to, how's your life, what you want to do. So all these things will happen. So these are the 2 examples I can share with you. So again, there could be other example, but you have to make sure that you have to prepare that you have to write a letter to your friend or your family member. You have to invite someone. You have to write what you want to do, how you want to spend your time, how's going your life. So I think this will be again easy if you practice a lot, if you write and make sure that you can write perfect French language, use the correct sentence and vocabulary, and that's how you can justify this exam and you can get 25 marks out of 25. So I hope you understood, and again, if there's any problem, you can always contact me via Instagram, and then I will help you to make sure that how you can deal better with this task. And now here we come to the last section, and it is speaking, and in French language you can see production orale. Precisely, you will get 15 minutes time, 5 minutes you will get to speak, and 10 minutes you will get to prepare yourself. So that's how you can divide 15 minutes. But here I have just written 5 minutes because you will talk about only for 5 minutes or maximum 6 or 7 minutes as per the Delf A1 exam format. So again, there will be 3 parts in this speaking section. So I will elaborate you what exactly happened. So if you can read the part 1, here is the interview part. So what will exactly happen? There will be examiner, and examiner will ask few questions like your name, your nationality, your date of birth, where you come from, which country, profession, and what's your daily routine. So there will be small questions, and you can prepare in advance for that. So because everybody knows all these questions, so these are very easy, and you can prepare yourself and you can memorize your answers. That's the best way to answer all these questions, because first time you're giving interview for A1, I know that your French is not good, but you can prepare, you can sort up everything, memorize everything. And now let's focus on to the second part, and as you can read here, it's a cue card section. So what will happen, there will be 2 examiners and you will be the person there sitting. So examiner will have like 10-12 cue cards, so they will tell you that choose at least 6 cue cards, and there will be 1 word written on that cue card. So for example, coffee, train, mobile, shoes, sofa, mirror, camera and fan and laptop and anything, marker, chair, anything could be there. So what you have to do is that you have to frame question, like small question. For example, if there is a coffee, so you can ask a question, est-ce que vous voulez boire du café? So that could be a question. So the examiner will say, oui, moi je voudrais préférer boire le café. So they can give you answer like that, or maybe they say, non, je n'ai pas envie de boire le café maintenant. So that could be the question and that could be the answer. So that's how you have to frame and make your question on every, like, train. Est-ce que vous voyagez dans un train? Do you travel in a train? So again, examiner can say oui or no. So that's how you have to prepare your question. Don't worry, because I will make a special video about speaking section where I will talk about in French language, so you can easily understand. Just now we have to stick to the format, because you just have to grasp everything what will come in the part 2. And now let's talk about the part 3. And as you can read, it's a role play. So that means you have to do some acting. The examiner will become a seller and you will become a buyer. So what will happen? Examiner will give you two situations. For example, you are going to change your house and you need to buy new furniture. So you come to the shop and you ask a few things. And second situation will be like, there is somebody who is sick in your family. You have to come to pharmacy, you have to buy some medicine. So you have to interact, you have to make conversation, you have to play some role. So that will be the situation and you have to pick one. So maybe you choose one situation about furniture, buying new furniture. So then you will have to prepare yourself, okay, what type of question you can ask, easy, simple, so that you can leave an impression that, okay, you have the ability to ask questions and to interact with someone in French language. So it's very simple, like you will come to the shop and you'll say, bonjour monsieur, and then you will focus about, like, I need to buy a table, chair, and I need this color, and what is the price, and if you give the guarantee. And so all these questions will be there, so you have to ask, and then at the last you have to make a payment. And then whatever you will say, you have to say with confidence, and you have to make sure that you're using again right vocabulary, right tense, because everything will be in a present tense, so everything will be a piece of cake. You can do that. So that will be everything in speaking section I've just told you. So it's again very easy, and I'm here always to help you, because I'm like expert in French language, so I can help you in all the sections. So I hope at last you have understood everything about, like, reading section, listening, writing and speaking. So now you can thoroughly prepare yourself, and thank you so much for your time, and keep learning French language. So now I believe that you have understood everything and you have learned something new today in this French lesson. And also we offer French language classes. So if you want to make better your French language, writing, reading, listening and speaking skills, then you can surely join our classes. And for that you have to contact us via call, WhatsApp and Instagram, and that's how we can connect, and then we will help you thoroughly so that you can achieve your future goals, and we would be very happy to see your future success. In short, if you like this video, so please like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel. Give the thumbs up, press the bell icon button to make sure that you get the notification and you can watch all our future videos. Finally, thank you so much for your precious time. Best of luck and take care always.